So welcome to my next video. In this one we will talk about another translation problem that we have currently with the system, and it's actually a thing that in the forum came up with the solution I presented before. It was, you had to, as a developer, you had to manually import this application component, and in fact it is possible to even implement it a little bit easier. And I just wrote a ticket for that. And yeah, it's basically, as a developer of the system, when I open the application, then I don't want to manually install this German translation to my computer beforehand, but rather it should like download the sources from a dependency repository automatically. And it turns out that there is now an application component somewhere in the internet that is sits here on GitHub as well. And the difference compared to the last one, it actually has the same translation sources, so you don't need to take care of that. But it is actually possible to directly download that. And when we go to this installation section here, it says, yeah, we should add a Maven repository, which is based on Bintray, and then we just, with most of the other application components, you can pick an add-on version depending on the platform version you have. So if we go to our application, what we have to do is to fire up the build Gradle file, and when we go over here, there is this section of Maven repositories that we have available, and we will just add this one. And after done that, we can actually add this component to our dependency section down here. And we will just do that. Down here we have this application components that are a dependency of our application, and we can just paste that in and use the 1.1.0. And in fact, we will remove the old one, which is only on the developer's computer once it has been installed. And with that, we actually should be ready to go. We can actually test it by executing a Gradle task, something like that. And it should, as we see here now, try to download the sources. And once it has successfully done that, in this case it will compile all the sources and run the tests that are in the projects and stuff like that. But the fact that we already downloaded all of this is actually shows that we should now be ready to go without even having the application component that I showed before have to be installed on our own machine. So as we see the build is successful, we can open the application once again and should be able to log in and see the language selection here. And as we see, the translations are still in place. So with that, we can actually commit the changes. And now we are done with the story. Let's just reference the commit here. with that, we are finished for this video. Thanks for watching. Bye.